The kid can play, alright? But one problem. LeBron James was impossibly outnumbered by a team that also knows how to play this game. James sparkled in his NBA debut, far surpassing the first game efforts of other heralded players who entered the pros straight out of high school. Kobe Bryant, Kevin Garnett, and Tracy McGrady. But the Kings performed like poised, veteran heavyweights, pulling away late to down the Cleveland Cavaliers 106-92 at raucous Arco Arena on Wednesday night. A full house of 17,317 and a global audience saw the Kings, outside of some fourth-quarter defensive lapses, play energized, unselfishly, and with purpose, which was plenty to leave LeBron a loser in the most anticipated game for a rookie in NBA history. James had 25 points, 6 rebounds, and 9 assists in 42 very encouraging minutes. He became the first player with at least 20 points and 9 assists in his NBA debut since the Detroit Pistons' Isaiah Thomas in 1981. And Thomas played collegiately at Indiana for 2 years. The 18-year-old was calm under pressure, blowing bubbles and smiling during Kings free throws. But he and the Cavaliers faded fast in the final 5 minutes, getting outscored 9-0. "I think I played well, but down the stretch I could have been more aggressive," James said, before insisting he wasn't tired, which officially goes down as his first NBA fib. The Kings had 12 assists to set up their first 31 points, shot 55% through 3 quarters, and had 6 players in double figures. Peja Stojakovic quietly outscored James early, and finished with a team-high 22 points. The All-Star forward outscored James 14-12 in the first quarter with an array of jumpers and drives. Vlade Divac showed no ill effects of a sore ankle that kept him out of the last 2 preseason games, getting better as he became madder in the fourth. The Kings center fumed that he was being called for fouls that really didn't appear to be there. In other words, he's back in full form already, and had enough down the stretch to get past a gassed James and the rest of the Cavs. But the locker room mood afterward confirmed what most of you already know, which is that nobody knows. Nobody knows about a Kings team absent its anchor in Chris Webber, absent Hedo Turkoglu and Scott Pollard, and too expensive, repeat for those benumbed to the concept during the first few years of Maloofdom, too expensive, Jim Jackson, that already has been described by its coaches and top executives as currently operating in a state of flux. "We made it harder than it should be," Bibby said. Listen, there's going to be some of that going around for a while. You know where the danger lies? The danger lies in a history that suggests the Kings can shrug off the absence of a top-level talent. 2 years ago, the team went without Webber for 20 games and somehow went 15-5, astounding even its coach at the outset of what became a run to the Western Conference Finals. A year ago, it was Mike Bibby's turn to hurt. But while Bibby sat out the first 27 games, Bobby Jackson flashed the form that would ultimately lead to his 6th Man of the Year award, and the Kings rolled merrily onward, standing at 21-6 when Bibby was ready to return. They were talented and deep, and coalesced to the point of confidence, and you get used to that kind of a gift. Maybe at some point you begin to assume about it. But that was before Turkoglu and Pollard left, so that Miller could come. It was before Jackson took his act to Houston. Say goodbye, safety net. For a few years now, the Kings have done what they've done while operating in a climate of basic roster comfort. It doesn't exist now. Oh sure, that was Peja Stojakovic going for 22 points. And if you glance casually at the box score, you'll see your old friend, the 6 guys in double figures statistic that has been the hallmark of Sacramento happy moments past. But this one was a grind straight down the line. For every vintage moment, a Vlade Divac's wraparound pass to Bibby or a Stojakovic step-back jumper, For every one of those, there was a moment of uncertainty, the real sign of a team still finding itself. It was a missed connection on a pass, a blatant failure to guard at the other end. "It's just really trying to get comfortable, and I've still got a long ways to go," said Miller, who finished with 16 points and 9 rebounds. "It's a lot of little things in the system, lots of eye contact, having a sense of the other guys on the court, stuff like that." You saw it most clearly on defense, where the Kings struggled so mightily to get back in transition and had the new player tendency to get lost on the court. As Adelman put it afterward, "We didn't seem to understand who we were guarding and what they could do." Count it as growing pains. Miller is basically playing out of position, filling in for Weber as part of the power forward by committee setup you've been hearing about so much. Gerald Wallace is getting his first extended minutes. It's a team in transition in Sacramento just now. That used to be a catchphrase. In 2003, it's a lifestyle.